Go. Alright, Molly, how are you today?
I'm okay.
My name is Nick. I'm gonna be your counselor from now for today and hopefully going forward as well. How do you feel about that?
That's fine, I guess.
Do you feel like you could maybe benefit from counseling or?
I'd rather just be in bed, to be honest, but since my parents are making me come here,
Okay, so
I
you're
don't
you're
have a
not
choice.
you're not here under your own jurisdiction, so to speak.
No. My parents said that I have to. They said that they're worried.
Worried.
Yeah.
And what exactly are they worried about?
I'm 16 years old, and like they think that it's crazy that I want to like sleep a lot and like I'm not eating a lot. Like for some reason they think that's like really unusual. But I just keep saying like it's all I want to do. It's what I'm interested in. Like I don't know. I feel like it's normal for teenagers to just like sleep a lot. Like isn't that what everyone says?
So your parents are worried because you're not sleeping a lot and not eating a lot.
Yeah. No, I'm sleeping. I am
You are
sleeping a
sleeping a
lot.
lot, okay.
Yeah. I'm sleeping like I don't know. I'll go to bed. Like I'll get home from school and like do homework if I have the energy, which sometimes I just don't.
Why don't you tell me a little bit about school? What grade are you in? Sophomore.
Yeah, I'm a sophomore.
And what's your favorite class?
I don't know. I guess probably I'm in like a graphic design class, which is nice because we're on the computer. So like he turns out the lights, and sometimes I can get away with taking a nap.
So your favorite class is graphic designing because you can sometimes take
Yeah,
a
because
nap?
the lights are off, so I don't get a headache a lot really. And
Okay.
sometimes I can, if I like sit in the back, and the teacher gets distracted, I can just like take a nap back there and don't have to like pretend that I want to hang out with any of my friends or anything like that.
Okay. And how are your grades looking in school?
They're okay. They used to be better, but now just like I don't really care about school as much. Like I used to want to go to a really good college and play soccer,
Mm-hmm.
but just I don't know. I don't feel the need to anymore. Like
You don't
it's
feel
not-
the need to play soccer?
I don't feel the need to do well in school. I don't feel the need to do like to play soccer. I don't even really feel the need to like hang out with my friends anymore. I don't know. Just like what's the point?
So I'm gonna come back to the whole soccer thing in a little bit, but
Mhm.
so do you have friends or do you not have friends or?
No, I definitely have friends. Like a lot of them are through soccer.
Mm-hmm.
So since I'm not playing that, like it's harder to keep in touch with them, but I'm fine with it because I'd rather just like go home and sleep and like lay in bed. It's not a big deal. Like I don't know. I used to always like I would go to school and be like really happy to see everyone, and then go to practice or if we had games, I would do that, and I was always like full of energy and running around.
So you don't like to hang out with your friends as much anymore and you don't want to play soccer. Do those two things kind of happen around the same time, or how long has that been going on?
I would say I like stopped wanting to play soccer like 4 or 5 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, and like not wanting to hang out happened shortly after. It was just like soccer was so much energy,
Mm-hmm.
took up so much energy, and then like because I wasn't doing soccer and like had even less energy, I like didn't really want to hang out with friends either, if that makes sense.
Okay. So about 4 or 5 months ago, you decided you didn't want to play soccer anymore. How long before that had you been playing soccer?
Since I was like 5 years old, like 10 years.
So 10 years of playing. Okay. And how's your family life? Are both parents together? You live with them both?
Yeah, my parents are together, and I have one younger brother
Okay.
who's in 8th grade.
And how's the family dynamic? Is everybody close?
They like annoy me a lot, but I guess like people from the outside would say that we're close probably, because they always like make us have dinner together and like make us, I don't know, like go out to the farm together or like I don't know, things like that, you know, like family stuff. But now that I'm a teenager, I like don't really have any interest in hanging out with them.
So you say people from the outside would say you guys are close. What do you mean by that?
Just like back when I was hanging out with my friends, I would be like, oh, like your family is so fun, like you all like pick pumpkins and carve them together, you know, like things like that.
Okay.
And just now it's like that all seems like pretty dumb to me. But I think it's just because I'm a teenager. It's not like deal.
Okay. And has this kind of extended to any other parts of your life other than just, you know, you don't want to hang out with your friends, you want to play soccer? Is there anything else that maybe you like to do that you don't like to do anymore?
Well, I was really interested in art, which is like why I used to like graphic design instead of just taking naps. I was really into art, and so I like to go to museums a lot, or like art shows, or like film screenings, and just like really anything with art, like music. I just thought it was like a really good way to get people together, but now it just seems like a waste. Like, why would I go look at something someone else did when I can like take a nap or lay on the couch, or
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like, just I don't know. I don't see the point anymore.
Okay. And was there anything that happened that made you start, you know, feeling this way, or was it just kind of something gradual that kind of came upon you?
In terms of like not wanting to like do all that stuff anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think what kept me like busy a lot of the time was we had a dog, and like I would go out for runs with my dog, or like bring my dogs to like the music festivals or things like that. And she died like a couple months ago, and just like ever since then I haven't had an excuse to do things. So
Okay.
I just like think I stopped doing them just because like I didn't have somebody to do them with.
Okay. So why don't I tell you a little bit more about what I think would be best for you going forward.
Sure.
Okay, so I think that the best form of therapy for you would be cognitive behavioral therapy, and that is CBT. What that is, it's a form of therapy that aims to transform your mind
Mhm.
and the way you think. It's very goal-oriented.
Transform my mind?
Yeah, so the idea is that as people, we all have thoughts and feelings, and our thoughts influence how we feel, which influence how we behave. So the idea of CBT would be to create a more healthy thought process in order to maybe eliminate some of, you know, the sleeping and not being interested in things that you used to truly enjoy. Does that sound like it might?
As long as it gets my parents off my back, I'll do anything.
Okay. That's one way. That's one way to get into it.
But I guess, I don't know, it would be nice to like want to eat and want to do things again.
So eating is a problem as well?
Yeah.
How often do you eat every day, or
Yeah, I eat every day.
How-
Everyone eats every day.
how often do you eat every day?
Like how often do I eat during the day?
Yeah, like how many times do you eat?
Not
What do
breakfast,
you
because
eat?
I'm always sleeping in, so I always miss breakfast.
Okay.
If I wake up in time to go to school, then I'll have lunch at school, and if I don't, then like sometimes if my mom just lets me sleep, I'll wake up and like it's already lunchtime. So I'll have like a little bit of food then, just like little picky things like carrots and hummus, or like an apple and peanut butter, you know, like just little things, because I'm not usually that hungry.
Do you often go full days without a full meal and just having snacks?
Yeah, I just like little snacky things.
Little snack was okay.
Yeah, and like sometimes I'm in bed by dinner, and my mom will like calm me down, and I won't go, so she'll like bring food up to me, and sometimes I'll like pick at that, like chicken or salad or something, but I don't know.
Okay.
I like don't like to go down for dinner because they just ask me questions, so I'll just
Ask you
pretend I'm
questions
asleep.
about what?
Like about my life and
Mhm.
stuff. But I just make like if I don't go down, my mom will bring it up for me, and then I don't have to interact with anyone, and she won't know how much I ate, because she's always yelling at me to eat more. So
So
I think
you
that's a good way to solve it.
so you don't like to go down for dinner because you don't like to be asked questions about your life.
Yeah, be asked questions about my life. Be asked questions like why hasn't Rachel been over? Like, why haven't we seen Abby in a while? Like things like that. Or like, you know, why aren't you eating your chicken? Just like they're just like always on top of me. So it's just easier to not, and I just like would prefer to be in bed anyway.
Okay.
And then they can't ask me any questions, and they won't know how much I ate, and it solves all the problems.
And what about the questions don't you like? How does it make you feel?
They just like, I feel like they're just on top of me. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. You know, I feel like this is just a normal teenager thing. And they just don't remember what it's like to be teenagers.
So would you say you feel overwhelmed and smothered by their questions?
Yeah.
All right. Well, a big part of CBT would be it's called homework. We don't really like to look at it as homework because, you know, it's a little bit more self-driven.
Okay.
So what I would like to do with you is something called a thought record. And what that is you would actually keep a record of some of your thoughts. You know,
Mhm.
maybe if if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to wake up and you want to stay in bed, you can maybe write down why. Why do you want to stay in bed? What's your thought? What are you thinking at the time? Does that make sense?
So like, do I just write down I want to stay in bed, or do I write down like I want to stay in bed because I'm tired and have a headache, and like stuff
You
like
could
that?
write that. You could write why. Yeah, you would write why you would like to stay in bed.
Okay.
So you wouldn't just write you want to stay in bed. You would write why it is that you want to stay in bed.
Okay.
You know, maybe one day you want to stay in bed and the reason is because you went to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And then we could look into maybe why you were staying up so late, or you know, whatever. You know, it's all case by case. It's all depending on the time.
Okay. How often do I have to do it though? Like, do I have to record every single thought that I'm having? Because that seems
It's
like
up
a
to
lot.
you. It's up to you. So I'm going to be seeing you once a week. So I would like to have 10 thoughts by next week. Do you think that's a
Yeah, that's reasonable.
realistic?
Yeah, that's like, I don't know, like 2 a day, I guess. I can
Yeah.
just do that.
So
Can I just do it like, what if they're all about just laying in bed? Like, is that fine?
I would like to see a little bit of variety if possible, but you know, whatever you can do to get to 10, we'll start there and then we'll go forward as the sessions progress.
Okay.
So what I'd like to do right now is maybe practice that with you, and maybe we can just write down five thoughts that you had this week, in the past week.
Okay.
And I'll give you this piece of paper. And you want to write it, or do you want me to write it?
I can do it.
Okay. And I'll move this for you.
You said 5?
Yeah, if we could do 5, that'd be great.
You want me to read them?
Sure.
So my first one that I have a lot, you're probably gonna be seeing it a lot, is I want to sleep because I'm tired.
Okay.
The second one is I don't want to eat because my stomach hurts.
Okay.
I miss my friends. My mom's questions are annoying, and art and soccer are a waste of time.
So I'm a little bit interested in number 3, because I do recall you saying that you don't want to hang out with your friends.
Well, most of the time I don't. Like right now I don't care. Sometimes when I'm like laying in bed and I'm on my phone or something and I see pictures of like them out having fun or like them at a party or something, I'll miss them. But not enough to like go to the party. But I do sometimes, I guess.
Okay, so you do have that, I guess, you do have that want to hang out with them?
Every once in a while if they're doing something like really fun, but like I miss it and I miss them, but I don't miss them enough to like make that effort to hang out with them.
Okay. Alright, so let's talk about number 4 again, the questions. So do you think that maybe your mom might just be asking the questions because she cares?
Yeah, well, no, I know that's why, but like, she like cares too much. Like I know she just wants me to be happy and healthy and whatever, and that's what she always tells me, but she just like cares too much. Like, asking the questions, obviously, it's not changing anything, so like leave me alone about it, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like her asking me to eat my chicken has never made me eat my chicken, so why ask?
Maybe she just wants to get you to eat the chicken.
Yeah. I guess that's why I'm here though.
So number 5, art and
Mhm.
soccer are a waste of time. So you did say that you enjoyed art.
I used to, yeah.
Mhm.
I used to like do art things and make art.
And so you have no drive to do that anymore.
No. No, that's like the furthest thing from my mind.
Okay.
I have like, I don't know, my brain just isn't in a spot where I want to be like creative and like put energy into, I don't know, making anything.
Okay. So I'm gonna going to talk to you a little bit now about what I would probably go to for a diagnosis.
Okay.
I think that based on your symptoms and what we've talked about today, I think that you might have some mild depressive symptoms, maybe a mild depressive disorder. And part of that is because of always wanting to sleep, always wanting to be lethargic, not wanting to do, what you've been into. So that, typically when people lose their interest, that's probably the reason why. So for that, I think we're in the right path with CBT and the thought record. I think that'll help out for sure. Have you ever seen any therapists prior to today, or is this the first time?
This is the first time.
Okay. And your family, is there any history of military or anything like that, or?
My grandfather, was in the military a little bit, but he died, when I was young.
Okay. And what about any health or safety issues in the past? Is there anything that I should know about?
I think my mom got sick after she had me and my brother a little bit. My dad always kind of doesn't say much about it, but kind of talks around it, how she was really sad when we were born, but how that's normal, and she's really happy actually that we were born and things like that, but
Okay.
that's all I can think of. My dad has diabetes, I don't know.
Okay. Diabetes, we'll keep that down. Do you have any allergies or any significant diseases? No?
No.
Alright. So I think that would just about, do you have any questions for me or anything about what we're going to be doing going forward, what went down today?
Am I using this paper, or does it matter what paper I use to write my stuff down on, or can I just use any paper?
You can use any paper. You could use a blank white paper, you could use white line paper, you could
Okay.
use green construction paper if you wanted to.
Okay.
As long as you write down the 10 thoughts and you bring them in and I can see them and look at them,
Okay.
that, whatever you write it down on, what you write with, that doesn't matter.
Okay. If I actually like it, can I do more than 10, or can it only
Yeah,
be 10?
you can do as many as you
Okay.
want. I just want a minimum of 10 for
Okay.
sure. I wouldn't
can do that,
do
'cause I like this.
Okay, good. Yeah, I just wouldn't try and do in between 10 to 20.
Okay.
I don't want there to be too much, because I do want to do other things in the session as well. So let's try and keep it between 10 to 20. Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have any other questions going forward, or anything that was talked about today, or did that pretty much cover it all?
No, I think I'm good. I think my parents will be happy.
Okay. So
And I'm good.
all right. So you have a good idea of what we'll be doing next week, and I look forward to seeing you and reading your thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.